I talk a lot about performance nutrition, but it's important I show you how I actually apply it when it matters. This year, I've decided to structure my training, nutrition, and lifestyle around a series of competitions that actually matter to me. In this video, I want to show you the events I'm taking on this year, why they're important to me, and the strategies I'm going to be following to give me the best chance of success. The first thing I want to do is define what the big goal is for me this year. The big goal is to qualify for the ATHX finals in Paris in November. Not the pro division, let's take it one step at a time, because everything is so easy to get carried away with what you think you can achieve, that this year I wanted to set myself up for success with a solid, tangible goal that I believe is within my capability. And whether I qualify or not, the process matters, because that's exactly what I do when I coach. We coach the process. So it's important I put this under pressure this year to see how my processes stand up. So now let's go through each of the events I'm getting after this year. Each one is in the plan for a specific reason. The first one is in a few days' time, ATHX London. This is a solo event and very deliberately classed as a shakeout. It's my first competition of the year, and the goal is not to be perfect. It's to see where I'm at, what the positives are, what the work-on points are, and what I need to implement straight away to give myself the best possible chance of growth as we move through the year. The second event is ATHX Milan in April. This is a same-sex pairs competition, and I'm really excited for it. Not only because it's with a member of the Catalyst Project, one of the awesome coaching programs I work with, it's my first experience of a pairs competition, and I'm so excited to test that metric, to understand communication, pacing, how we execute together. It's going to be an incredible time. The third event is another same-sex pairs competition. However, this is my first foray into high rocks, Riga, Latvia. And again, this is with another incredible coaching team that I work with, the Lean and Fulfilled Lifestyle. I'm buzzing for this because it's all of us going together to have a fantastic time. But it does bring a completely different stimulus. More running, longer efforts, and a different fatigue profile. Then comes ATHX Glasgow, and this is the big one. I'm very much treating this as my A race, my best opportunity to qualify for finals in Paris in November. At this point, everything should be in balance. I should have prepared effectively, learned the lessons from all the previous competitions, and I should be in the best place possible to punch my ticket to ATHX finals. Then, regardless of the outcome of that event, I've got something coming up that's a bit left field. I've become really intrigued by the idea of misogi, the Japanese word, that once a year you should do something ridiculously outside of your comfort zone to force yourself to grow and evolve. So I wanted to test that mantra this year. Now for me, I've never identified myself as a runner, and I've always felt that it's something I've struggled with. So I wanted to push that label away this year. So that's why I'm going to be doing a 50-kilometer ultra marathon over the Albanian mountains in September. This is going to be a real challenge, and I really want to see what happens when I'm forced to go again and again and again to achieve that aim. Now I'm going to be doing it with a company called Ultra for Charity, an incredible organization that essentially you pay your initial fee and then you go and raise some decent money for military charities. So it's definitely something that's really close to home, and I'm so excited to do it. Now, of course, there's going to be other events like running stuff littered around the year to prepare me. I'd be stupid if I just turned up to that start line believing I was fit enough and good enough to go. And then finally, if everything goes to plan, I'll be hitting up ATHX finals in Paris, which is the big goal for the year. So across all of these events, there are a few key principles that I'm going to be sticking to give myself the best chance of success. And these are the principles that I coach. The first is consistency over intensity. I'm not interested in short phases of high intense output followed by massive drop-offs, or extreme diets or aggressive cuts. Performance is not going to come from spikes. It comes from fueling and training well, recovering well, getting your mindset right, and eating a good amount of food. From a nutrition standpoint, the priority will be fueling for the work required. This means eating enough to train properly, recover properly, and show up to each day with enough energy to grow, perform. Sleep, hydration, daily stress, and managing overall stress aren't optional extras. They're absolutely essential for me to be on top of and monitor as we go through this year. Because if my recovery drops, my performance will drop. And the third principle is training to serve the event, not my ego. I'm a massive believer in coaches should have coaches. That's why my coach, Dean Hammond, has all the knowledge I need to go and execute as best I can and achieve the goals I've set. I know that every session will have its place and a purpose. If it doesn't move me closer to earning my space on that competition floor, it won't be in there. So with that context, it's important I show you where I currently am physically. This is my current physique. Now this isn't transformation photo or comparison. It's about showing you that this is where I'm starting from, and I'm going to be following a performance-based strategy throughout the year. Then at the end of this year, I'll show you again, and I'll show you side by side to show you what true adherence and true consistency to a long-term strategy looks like. I'm not dieting aggressively, and I'm not going to be chasing extremes. I'm not going to be trying to force to look a certain way just for the sake of it. My nutrition will be built around fueling for the work required. It's about being capable, durable, and ready to perform. So as the year unfolds, I want to document what happens when you actually apply performance nutrition in the real world, under pressure, over time, and alongside everything else that life throws at you. That means showcasing the things that went well, the things that don't, and the adjustments that we're going to make that actually matter. This video is the starting point, and as the year progresses, it's going to build into a series, the Competition Diaries. What it's going to be like for me to complete an ultramarathon as a self-diagnosed non-runner. Because at the end of the day, if I can show you this journey and I can prove to you that over the long term, performance nutrition is the best way to go if you have performance-based goals. So if you want to follow that journey, make sure you're subscribed. Everything that comes next builds from here. I really hope you've enjoyed the video. Remember to do all the things that I say to do. Get outside, get some steps in, train, hydrate, eat well, feel good. But above all, be kind, be happy. Let's go.